All right, welcome back from celebrating Ishtar, the god of fertility. Did you get your fucking in this Easter?
Oh yeah, that's right. This Easter does fall on the pagan holiday of fucking, right?
No, that's the whole purpose of looking for eggs.
Oh, it was a fertility ritual?
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, bunny rabbits, I mean, are just known for fucking and stuff, and going after them. I know they don't lay eggs, but I'm just saying it's just a fertility thing. It goes back to worshiping Ishtar.
Ishtar?
Ishtar.
Is that a Roman or a pagan god?
It's a pagan god, yeah, of fertility.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, the old Roman Catholics sure did do a lot of mixing around in order to get them pagans on board, didn't they?
Yeah. You, sir, compete in the gladiator games. If you win, you can bed thy wife.
How long ago do you think it took? Like, I think about that sometimes when it comes to the religious aspect of our like family lineage, because you can trace back stuff as pretty far back.
All right.
But it would be interesting to know like how long our family was Christian. Like, when did the pagan switch happen? Because there definitely was, considering we have a lot of Irish and like German ancestry. I would assume it was a bit of a transitional period.
We started in like, according to 23andMe, it's like everybody, you start in Africa and then you just branch out, right?
Right. And then some dude was like, hey, I got a thing called like a pagan god of fucking. And people were like, oh, that's cool. Let's do that one. That one sounds neat.
Yeah. I have a feeling what that is that was whoever created that was, they didn't know it because the term didn't exist, but that was your very first incel. They created a god of fucking. And they're like, all right, now
this
let's
is
get
Andrew
it on.
Tate.
Yeah. It started in Romania.
Yeah, and then those dirty Italians with their Roman Catholic religion came along and made us all convert.
Yeah. And that's why the Pope is in a Pope mobile, because of the 80s.
Yeah, because of the got a nice little click-clack.
Oops.
Get your wig split, or should I say Pope hat split.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's like, I saw what happened to that U.S. president. You're not going to get me.
I can't believe that the Pope doesn't have a bulletproof hat.
His mitre?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe it doesn't have like a Inspector Gadget-esque weapon like in it. Go,
Yeah,
self-defense.
You could definitely fit a Mac 11 up in that hat.
Does that thing not look like it could have like a little robot in it? As big as it is?
It looks like one of the things Tony Stark's calls in order to bring Iron Man suit.
Do you think
like
there
a
could
ship
be,
that would just
do you think there could be something heavy in there, like there's some self-defense thing, and that's why all the popes are short? They're just weighed down by this thing?
Yeah, they're getting crushed, dude.
Yeah.
They're wielding so much power. That's why it has to be the left hand of God in order to have it. They have the real launch codes in their hats.
Yeah, there's actually just 6 little boys and they're holding this hat up.
It's just a circus tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easter was interesting, I guess. I don't know. It was Easter. Who gives a we did our thing.
Yeah.
We had an Easter Sunday. I watched more golf than I did think about Jesus.
Yeah. You know, that was funny, though, watching that, because that's the first time I was like, wow, the PGA was so butthurt that somebody out of the Live was in contention, and then Sunday happens, they're like, 4 of these fuckers are on the leaderboard? What the
All
fuck?
of them? Wait, you're telling me we don't have all the best golfers in the world in the PGA?
Yeah.
We've been telling everybody that, though. Are we liars now?
Wait, they're coming into it. Don't worry, we got Rory. Oh.
Oh, he didn't make the cut. It's almost like he's overrated as fuck.
What do we do? Quick, give that Bennett kid a big contract real fast.
He signs. Yeah, that Bennett kid might be the first PGA golfer to get a deal. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. Who knows? That kid's pretty good though. That was nuts having an amateur kind of in the hunt for a little bit until the weekend happened.
You
But
know what-
still.
You know what's nuts? Sitting in a bar, day drinking with a bunch of strangers, just bullshitting around, watching the final of the Masters.
Oh, man. Is that how you spent the final round? Just getting day drunk in a bar?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't you love to hear those barflies just talk about how they would play that course? It's like, oh yeah, because you know what you're fucking doing, huh?
Yeah. One guy actually brought that up, and he's like, that course isn't different from many others. It's just the green. So if I practice on my putting, I'm sure I could shoot about 1 or 2 over.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you ask him what his home course was?
No, I didn't even think about that. I was
you
like,
should have,
No,
because
it's
that would have been a big telling sign.
Yeah. He's like, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. It's this little place back here. It's a top 10 in the PGA rankings, and it just makes up shit.
Yeah, it was designed by, Jack Nicklaus. It's not a big deal.
Well, I mean, we were sitting next to a guy that one-upped everything we were saying.
Of course, dude. That's why he's at a bar on a Sunday afternoon.
I'm convinced you could have said you did a bank robbery, and he'd be like, hey, hold up. Let me tell you. Okay, there's this one time we
committed
blew up
insurance
a bank.
fraud.
Yeah. It's like, what? You could have made up the most outlandish thing you could think of, and he would have had something better, if not more extravagant.
One time I jumped out of a plane and disappeared for years after robbing the entire plane, holding it up at gunpoint, and I disappeared.
One time, I timed
Are you
it
telling the
impeccably.
story of the only successful plane robbery in all of American history?
Yeah. I was the last person to rob a train. What?
Nobody uses those anymore. What? Yeah, that's not a fun guy to drink with, dude. But you said you didn't enjoy. So you think that's wild that you watched the Masters from a bar?
No, I'm just saying it was fun.
I bet it was fun. It's a good time.
It's fun. Just a bunch of people, a bunch of dudes hanging out with
Not
some
a woman in sight.
Yeah, that's right. All just chugging BLs.
Yeah.
The way
Nobody
God
acknowledging. Yeah. It's funny that BL is gonna be. They're gonna be the foot tapping of beers here soon.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Senators are gonna be like,
Yeah, dude. That's a new thing. Now you can do it in the open, dude. I ordered a BL in the airport. They knew what's up.
Yeah, you're gonna find Mitch McConnell getting busted in an airport bathroom because somebody in the stall next to him just on the floor set down a Bud Light can.
Oh, they set a case down. They're like, we're gonna bang, dude.
Yeah. It's just like when you're going out to get banged up, with the boys. You always say you're only going to have one, but then you do way too many.
Dude, I wish Kid Rock was coming around here to do a concert. To tell you, I wouldn't pay top dollar to buy a front row seat and then just a Bud Light hat and shirt and just sit up front and be like, what's up?
Yeah. He's just like, my name is Kid. Wait, hold on, stop the music. What
Shoot
the
that
fuck
motherfucker.
is that thing? What is that thing?
Shoot that motherfucker right now.
There's something weird about a 50-year-old man still screaming, my name is Kid.
Oh, I didn't think about that, yeah.
Yeah, he is apparently not a fan of Bud Light anymore.
No. He was like... He was as close as to an American can get to firing an AK-47 with reckless abandon in the sky.
Right. I don't understand why people are so enraged about this marketing campaign. Bud Light's trying to do God's work, which is get people away from craft beers.
The only thing I have against
He's trying to
it
get hipsters to stop drinking
IPAs.
IPAs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, quit spending that much money on a beer.
Yes.
The VP of marketing, though, goes, we needed to get away from the frat boy mentality of Bud Light. And I've seen so many people bringing them back like, real man of genius.
Dude, those were making the rounds again. I think this is before. I think that's why Bud Light's like, we got to do a hard reshift. Because I've been seeing those commercials come back again.
Yeah.
The old school, like, I love quarterbacks hitting dirt, pom-poms and short skirt. Like, all those commercials have been circulating on like Reels and all those again. And I think all the beer companies are like, we gotta we gotta distance ourselves from this macho mentality.
Yeah. They get away from it. It's like, okay, guys, the roid era's over. We can't.
Yeah. It is just shitty to know that it's all about marketing. Like that's the
It
only
always
reason
is.
It's just about outrage marketing. Like nobody I mean, when's the last time, I guess, other than when you just go to a party, people were talking about Bud Light in like a different way? You just I don't know. It just now everybody's talking about it. We're doing it right now.
Yeah. No, I made the mistake of bringing it up, making a joke, and then it spawned a real conversation for a good 15. I'm like, stop it. I just, laugh and move on.
I showed you a meme. That's that you shouldn't take this seriously. Just look at the memes. They're funny about it.
I didn't show you Fox or CNN. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is from an account on Instagram with a Pepe the Frog meme as its profile picture. Don't take this serious.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Isn't that the meme that you can't even use anymore?
No, you're not supposed to, but those are the accounts that have the dankest memes. If I see the Nazi frog, I'm like, I bet there's some spicy memes up in here.
Jesus.
I bet I could share these with the boys and get a rise out of them.
That's the best part is when you show them to other people.
Oh, dude. I showed memes to my girlfriend enough that she's just like, what is wrong with you?
The funniest one I saw about with Bud Light was like a women's activist, and it's like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And it was showing the Bud Light can, and the next one shows her blowing her shit over the old school Aunt Jemima.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. I saw that. I like that one. My favorite video was the Kid Rock one, where it's like the real Kid Rock video that nobody's talking about. Yeah. And it was, they superimposed the Bud Light can over Joe Dirt. Yeah. Nobody wants you around. Get out of here. Def Leppard sucks.
No, but we're going to go see him this summer, dude.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for that. That'll be so fun. I want to do that so bad. Dude, by the way, ever since I saw that, I've been like just kind of taking old like movie quotes and just throwing them in randomly. If I start talking about things or talking at somebody, I've been throwing that at the end, just going, and Def Leppard sucks. Just watch people go, wait, what? You just throw that in when you're randomly ranting, and it's so fun to do.
Just, the end stuff when I'm messing around and we're done, I'll just go, game over, man, game over.
Yes, it's great. Oh, man. Oh, before we get too far away from the bar topic, though, being sitting at a bar, I have to tell you about my shows I did in Lincoln. Or my show, I should say. I didn't do multiple. I did
Brought to you by Matthew McConaughey.
Lincoln. You ever seen stand-up comics doing open mic comedy? It's like you're watching philosophers mold themselves into the next generation of mouthpieces. Shut up, Matthew! We're just telling dick jokes!
You ever not agree with them and want to mold them into the wall with your 2022 Lincoln?
Yeah.
Just drive through the front of the building.
Drink a couple Bud Lights and start feeling social justice warrior-like. And you think that open mic comedian deserves to be punished. So you put him on blast on Twitter and then hit him in the streets with your 2023 Lincoln. Oh, dude, that's actually a really funny sketch. Just Matthew McConaughey drinking Bud Lights, getting really social justice warrior,
just
and
tuning people up with
down.
his vehicle, dude.
Just drunk driving on Bud Lights and killing people in a Lincoln. I am a Lincoln lawyer.
Yeah. So I can just picture him, his drive-off quote after he runs somebody down. Now you'll stay the same age. All right, all right, all right.
Some people believe that people could change. Not me, especially after I'm 8 to 9 Bud Lights deep. I just want to permanently wipe the scum off the earth. It's like they start drinking Bud Light and they turn into Hitler. We gotta scorch the earth of these people who don't agree with us.
Oh, gee. Yeah. China has figured some things out.
Dude, it's so funny because that's like this like a common trope now. That's like a thing you hear all the time that Republicans, right, the right wing people always like they start drinking, they're like, let me tell you about such and such group. I want to start seeing commercials now where they do that for left leaning people when they're getting hammered on Bud Light, just being like, gender's just a spectrum.
So I want to know what. I guess I don't know anybody that's super left leaning that's older. Mm-hmm. I've known several and drank with them, and I'm like, "What? You're getting crazy here, dude. This is fun, but you're fucking nuts." And that is, and I'll tell you what he said. We didn't really lose Vietnam. We were there. We were going to take it. Mind you, this dude was not in it. He was just telling me, he's like, I read history books and we had this. There was, and then these lefties pulled us back.
Did you ask him? Is like, hey, can I ask you who wrote those books?
No, I didn't want anything to stop this momentum. I'm like, this is
nice.
magical, and I'm just sitting here listening to this psychopath go off.
That's so funny. I've met a couple of like older, super liberal people. You just gotta go. What it is typically, it's normally people who are older and they don't have kids. It's very weird. Yeah.
You could just smell the cats.
Yeah. Turns out all that ammonia makes your brain think socialist-like.
They didn't do enough studies. They found out it affects you to love your cat more, but little did they know they also make you lean a little bit to the left.
Yeah. But my show's in Lincoln, though. I have to tell you about this.
Yeah.
Because I got there pretty early. And so I went to
8 a.m.
into the bar. 8 a.m., dude. I was drinking all day.
Don't even remember doing the show.
But I show up like an hour or two before like doors are even supposed to open. So I walk into the bar and I go down there and I talk to the bartender and get a beer, and I'm sitting there just talking. And this is Lincoln, Nebraska, and Lincoln's a weird place. I don't know how much time you've ever spent out there. I don't know. It's a city, but it's a city based around a college, but it's not a college town though. Like the college is there, but it's not.
It's kind of
weird.
A college town.
Ames is a college town.
Okay. It's a college town with only one other option to live in.
Right.
In the entire state.
Right.
It's a college town.
It is, but I guess for a college town, it seems weird. Like Iowa City is also a college town, but like Iowa City still has this kind of same vibe. I don't know how to describe it, dude. All I know is I'm there, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting at the bar, and there's two regulars that are there all the time because the bartender's just talking to these two guys. And one of them comes over he comes back in from outside, I'm guessing smoking or whatever. And he orders his drink, and the bartender was kind of like talking to me. But this guy, he was sitting over at another part of the bar, and then he kind of stands over me, and then we kind of start talking. And I don't remember what started the conversation or anything like that, but at a certain point, he starts talking to me, and he brings up, this is what happened. My phone was dying. And so he's like, oh, is your phone dying? I'm like, yeah, I'm just plugging it in over here so I can charge it. So I brought a charger. And he's like, did you know, like, with a potato, and you could take a potato and, like, it has enough, you could take one end of that and put it into the potato and then ground it another way, and you actually could charge your phone off a potato.
Yo, dude, what kind of dorks are they teaching in the Lincoln, dude?
Dude, it was... And I was like, okay, yeah, no.
Hey, man, I want to tell you, I learned that because over in Idaho, they don't even use plug-ins. Man, they just got their potatoes. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they talk about wanting to go green thumb. We just got to use potatoes.
You just drive.
It's super sustainable. Unless there's a potato famine.
I wrote Elon Musk and said you just need a little potato feeder in there, and we can just feed these Teslas all day.
Yeah, I run my Tesla off about 200 spuds.
That's right. And at the end of the day, it collects them all. I got free mashed potatoes for the week.
Yeah, it's just baking them in there, dude.
Oh, man.
I go to work and then back. I'm feeding the whole. I'm just handing out potatoes to the whole family.
Dude, I'm a celebrity down at Mom's place.
But he tells me that. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's interesting. And he's like, yeah, he's like, you can do a lot of cool things with like, he starts telling me, he's like, you can do a lot of cool things with like, with clocks and stuff too, like the way those are powered. And then he tells me this story, dude. He goes, yeah, you could actually, if you take like an old clock that you plug into the wall, that requires power, that's like an actual like face clock. He's like, if you have one of those and you pop the back off, and if you actually put a flint in or like the top of a match or something in one of the gears in the right spot, and you set an alarm, it'll actually trigger that to have a flame, and you can actually have it light a match at that point. And he's like, I used to do that all the time, and I'd have a thing of firecrackers lined up, and it'd go under my sister's pillow, so while she was getting ready for a date, the fucking pillow would just explode with firecrackers.
So, okay, I want to know more about this arsonist turned bartender, but
this isn't the bartender.
Oh.
This is just a normal patron.
Well, okay, so he's just an arsonist that also sets up Rube Goldberg machines to wake up his family.
Yeah, dude. I was like, you're just describing how to make a time bomb to me in public. Mm-hmm. Like, he wasn't like trying to be quiet. There wasn't like, hey man, let me tell you about this.
Come to the side. If anybody gives you trouble, now what you do is to make the pipe bomb. You just
my name's Timothy McVeigh.
Junior.
Dude, he was telling me about this, and first of all, like when he first told me that, he was like, "Yeah, I used to put it under the firecrackers under my sister's pillow, and that's how it would go off, and I'd scare the shit out of her getting ready for her dates and stuff." And I was, he didn't tell me the date part first. I was like, Jesus, I hope you weren't doing that while she was fucking sleeping. He's like, oh no, the payload would just fucking fly across the room and would be burnt to hell. And I'm like,
payload.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? These were homemade?
Yeah,
the
I think
payload.
So.
Hey, man, I put a little too much. You know what? Nobody's dating her anymore because she's scarred for life.
Yeah. I two-faced my sister.
I thought it was hilarious until she turned to the other side.
Yeah. Then she started flipping coins a lot and talking about you have the same odds I do, 50-50.
She got real into that movie Dark Side of the Moon.
I was like, God damn, dude. I've never had somebody tell me how to make a time bomb. By the way, I have one of those clocks. I'm thinking about cracking off the back and seeing what he's talking about. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's when I was like, oh, man, this is crazy. And I'll give you my favorite is how this kid was dressed. Because you think this is an older man, right? Yeah. This guy, I swear, was probably younger than me. He had to be either the same age as me or like in his late 20s or something, right?
Big Macklemore fan.
Camo pants, black t-shirt, and he was wearing boots. And it was funny because at one point the bartender was talking with him or whatever and said some shit to him, and the bartender he reached down and like the bartender don't get your fucking knife out. What the fuck are you gonna do with that? And he's like, I'm just itching my leg. Like, don't get on me, but it was itching my leg. I wasn't getting my knife out. And I was like, of course this guy has a knife. Of course he does.
What the fuck?
Dude, it was the most wild thing I've seen in a while. And
why do I think he has a bayonet, not a fucking knife?
Well, what made me laugh, I was just sitting there thinking, I was looking at him, watching him, I was like, oh, this is the start of the crazy local bar person. Like, you don't
you got to witness the origin story, dude.
Yes. Yeah. Like, normally you always see the finished product. You don't see the start of it.
Yeah, man. You got to see the rough...
Drinking Long Island iced teas and talking about building bombs.
It's great, dude. You got to see him rough edges and all. By rough edges, I mean him being nice.
Yeah.
He actually told you information.
Yeah, dude. It was... That was just my first interaction with him. And then I'm sitting there waiting... And I liked how one of the other regulars there.
You bought him a drink, right? Just don't kill me.
No, I did not. I was just like, I need to have as little interaction as possible. Especially once they found out I was one of the comics. Then they were like, ah, cool. They just left me alone, which was nice.
Gotcha.
But it was like one of the other regulars, dude, was super fucked up. And it was so funny to me because at one point, like, they're just trying to talk to him. And the bartender's like, dude, don't call that dumb bitch. You fucking put your phone down and like actually text your boss and tell him that you're coming to work. You need to go to work. And this dude's hammered. He was like, I'm not gonna go to fucking work. And this dude's like 24.
Okay.
And then and he's like, I'm not fucking going to work and shit. He's like, well, actually, I have a Uber coming. I am going to work, but I'm not going to actually work. I'm going to get drugs. And he just says it as loud
because
as
that's actually the local doctor.
Yeah. I was like, I that's when I texted you. I did text you before the show, and I was like, I just got told how to make a time bomb. This should be a fun show.
Yeah. That's, damn,
and then,
dude.
so I'm sitting there waiting, right? And I'm like, I got to be here for a few hours. So hopefully nothing bad happens while I'm sitting here.
More explosive personalities.
Well, a woman walks in, and she's like an older woman. She's got to be 55. 60, and she walks in and sits at the bar, and she sits right next to me over here, and she walks in and orders a drink, and the asks if the bartender asks, you want to start a tab? She goes, no, I'm just in here for one drink. I've driven by this place a lot. I live over by here, and I've never been in, so I wanted to stop in. And then, of course, here comes old tic-tacky time bomb sitting across from the bar.
All right.
And he starts talking to her, and he's like, yeah, this bar used to be a speakeasy. Yeah, and so, like, my parents used to come here when it was a speakeasy, but it's been a bunch of different bars in those iterations. But and he starts telling the history of it. And I don't know how, dude. I don't know. I don't remember the transition. But all of a sudden, he starts talking about field medicine. Oh, this is what it was. Because he's talking about how his mom used to come to this place and stuff. And he's like, yeah, my mom got stationed here because she was in the National Guard. She was in the
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, she taught me a lot of stuff after she was in the Guard. Like, I learned how to do, like, field medicine.
Damn, this dude's wild, dude. He's just telling his whole life story.
Dude, open book policy.
Oh.
Yeah, I could have asked him anything, and I think he would just keep going. I don't even think I needed to prompt him.
Oh.
It's one of these kind of people.
Oh, it's someone's actually listening kind of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And but he's talking about field medicine, which fun fact, I did learn some stuff.
Yeah, field medicine, like what you can find in the field, mushrooms, weed.
No, he was talking about how to like address wounds and the difference between field medicine and hospital medicine. And field medicine, if you're in the battle, which I'm sure you know this, I don't. Like, field medicine is only there to keep you alive long enough to get you to the hospital.
Was he telling her about tourniquets?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, yeah, I could I could get a tourniquet on you, but in the field, if I was gonna just try to keep you alive, that's why amputation happens more often than not. Because that's the easiest way. I mean, the hospital will want to reattach a severed arm. Like, you just got to cut it off.
It's also the easiest way for me to get you back home because you got no more legs. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, but seriously.
And he's telling this woman it. I'm not involved in this conversation. I'm looking at my phone.
I would
just
hope not.
Absorbing it. And this is her first time being in this establishment. And he's over there telling her about how he hangs out there all the time.
Let me tell you
about
how many nervous side glances are happening from her. Like, someone
dude,
saved me.
So funny. Yeah, dude. I was like, no, I'm going to let you live in this lady. I have no desire to help you out right now. Yeah, but I didn't know that was the difference between field medicine. But he was telling about how his mother taught him all these things because he was one of those. He said, yeah, she taught me how to do all that kind of stuff because I was a wanderer and I would just go into the woods as a kid, and she just wanted to make sure if I got hurt, I could take care of myself.
Hey, Tommy, I don't like this guy. How do we make homemade mustard to gas again? Oh, duty calls. I'll be back.
Mama, wear the World War II gas mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was a wild time. I didn't know I was going to learn about. I didn't know I was going to learn about time bombs and field medicine while I was at the show.
And to be a historian, dude. That's crazy.
Dude. It always makes me laugh because he didn't say he ever was in the National Guard or in any kind of service, but yet then he was talking about this information from those types of like places.
Yeah.
It's always funny the people who talk about like National Guard stuff or Army and Navy, like when they talk about information like that, they're never people who actually served.
Correct.
Why is that? Why does that always happen?
Because it's so you get it drilled into you so bad. What? It's the same reason you don't go out talking about shit you learned in school. You're like, fucking A, I'm done with it.
Right. Well, I understand why you guys don't talk about it. I don't understand why the people who don't serve are the ones who are talking about it all the time. That's what I don't understand.
Maybe they're proud they learned something. I don't know.
I guess they want to try to get that valor. They're trying to steal that valor.
Yeah.
They just want to seem useful, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
that, you know what? I think it is for that guy. He might have been batting with juiced balls, man. Just a corked bat and juice balls early 2000s and just never changed up. Just stole that valor and rode the wave.
Yeah, he's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
Might be.
That's why he's got BDU pants on.
Well, they weren't BDU pants. They were like just camo jeans.
Oh,
but
okay.
I was still camo on the
I thought you meant like he was rocking the BDU bottoms. And just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
No, he was not actually rocking fatigues. I will give them credit on that, but they were camo pants, which made me laugh. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, damn, dude.
He definitely has the fatigues at home. He has fatigue pants at home, for sure.
Yeah, he's... I bought he's just like, okay, if I can get a custom stitch over this so it no longer says Reeves.
Yeah, wild. I had to share those stories with you. That's one reason why I had to text you about it, because I was like, I don't want to forget this. How could you forget it? But I was like, this is too funny for me not to send Nathan right now.
That's so... If you gave me 100,000 maybe even guesses on how that conversation started, would have never hit it.
With the phone charger?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insanity, dude.
Like the things that lead up to that is just Asperger's. Okay.
Yeah. Let's string together words until they just keep completing sentences.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it was wild. Wild times. Show business, baby. Yeah. So, interesting cats and bars, dude.
I
Find
guess,
them all
dude.
over the place.
Those how do you just go, I'm going to charge my phone. Also, can you tell me how to traumatize my family via clock?
Yeah, dude. I wasn't expecting to learn how to do that, but you know what? I might be able to gaslight my girlfriend into saving her life. She's like, don't worry, honey, I took care of it.
I feel like he told you how he blew his last house up. He just didn't tell you he cut the gas line.
Yeah. That's how he evaded the FBI when they came to raid his house.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm going to cut the line. I'm going to set this to go off in 45 minutes, and I'm going to go take a little jog.
Bartender, I really did it this time.
Oh,
shit,
man. Dude.
Yeah. I gotta love it. The only other funny thing that happened, because I'm in good old red state, Nebraska, right? I have that conspiracy theory joke I tell.
Yeah.
And I hit the punchline on that. And, when it involves January 6th. The people don't know that, but there's a joke I have kind of about January 6th. And when I hit it, it got a couple chuckles, but not the big pop it normally gets.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went, no, red state, Nebraska, no? No Patriots that day? There weren't anybody talking big game out there? Dude, and that's when I got the crowd back. They started laughing real hard. And I was dude, I just started calling them out. Like, Red State, no Patriots that day? Because, I guess it's probably because of the verdicts and all that shit has been coming in now. So they're probably like, we got to be a little more quiet.
Yeah, half the room was there. So, like, if I would, but they'd catch me.
I know there's cameras in here, and they're definitely using it and using facial recognition software. That Chat GPT stuff's going to take down us Patriots.
They got Carl last week via drone. I didn't even see it.
It was my favorite part of my set, though. No, Red State, Nebraska. No, weren't any Patriots that day?
Oh, I forgot. You guys are morphing into Oregon. Damn.
No, they would have to legalize pot for that to be a thing.
Oh, well, they're close.
No, they're not.
Dude, it's half legal, okay? Because it's coming in.
Listen, if it's a patentable substance, then we allow it.
No, it's...
But you can't patent weed.
You can't have weed. Okay, you can have Delta 8. Wait, what's the difference? Fuck, we don't know anymore.
You're getting, like, liver cancer, basically.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
What else is going on, dude? What is going on in your life?
Not much.
No, that's good.
Not much, dude. Just fucking bullshit. But the I wanted to tell you about this because this headline you mentioned left and right.
I love the stories. Yes.
Republicans' latest idea is about tackling the fentanyl crisis.
Okay.
You want to guess
Sick.
what?
They've never. Let me first off, before you read the whole thing.
No, I'm not going to. Okay, go for it.
I just want to say, Republicans have never been bad on drugs. They've always had the solution. Ronald Reagan, the war on drugs. We clearly won that. So I can't wait to know what their next solution is. So.
Okay, you wanna. I'll give you two guesses.
Well, they're not into free stuff, so they're definitely not like handing out anything. They Republican man, that's distracting me. Like when you did that, my brain was like, oh, now you forgot it. They're housing the people ailed by it. The Republicans are letting them in their own homes.
Yeah, feeding them bath salts. That's the only thing you get to eat. No.
No. Execution. Mass execution.
Jesus, this isn't Martha's Vineyard.
Not on my vineyard.
No.
Get off my vineyard.
They're not doing anything with as much malice as what you're saying.
Okay.
They simply want to send in the U.S. military to bomb Mexico. That's all.
Listen, I love how they only have one trick up their sleeve. It's like, man, there's starving kids in Africa. Blow it up. I don't know. Let's try that. Will we try bombing the shit out of it?
Yeah, they're doing the lick my butt and suck on my balls. America, fuck yeah. But no, my favorite thing is, this is the quote. They floated the prospect of using the military to bomb the cartels and drug labs.
Yeah, because that's going to do the... Wait, it isn't even Mexico who has the fentanyl. They're not even producing fentanyl.
Exactly. That's what I love is how ignorant this is. It's like, no, time out. At the Texas border is where all the fentanyl's getting just crammed in the cocaine.
Yeah, it's not... Mexico is making a pure, unbeatable product.
It is a grade above everybody else.
Right. It's only once it gets shipped over here that they put it in batch. It's like getting bad supplements. You know, you just don't. They just mix it in the same.
See,
batch.
They're sending the good stuff, and then all of a sudden America puts all their GMC-ification into it, and just like, well, it's not street legal anymore.
How funny would it be though if somehow the U.S. government all of a sudden started bombing Pfizer? We're going after the source. We're going to bomb the people responsible for the fentanyl crisis. They start blowing up the fucking.
Hey, don't give anybody ideas on how to cancel out the chips that were implanted in us.
I mean, it wouldn't be that outside of the realm. I mean, we blew up the Pentagon when that happened to be the wing of where they had all the missing money and were investigating billions of dollars gone.
Well, according to this, now they're saying the DEA, the majority of fentanyl trafficked is coming from over there, but it's not being put into the what. That's the thing. They're like
being trafficked, like so. That doesn't make
by two cartels.
So I'm guessing the cartel somehow is buying fentanyl. And
see,
then
that's no. They say they're being trafficked by them, and they're being mass produced. So they're making it. But my favorite thing is they're secret factories. That's the U.S. government going, we don't fucking know, but we want to blame somebody other than saying, we got a bunch of people here doing some fucked up shit.
Right. This is the drone strike weddings all over again, except except now it's Mexican cartel.
No, what it is, it's the beginning of Tombstone, but with drones instead of the cowboys rolling up, dude.
I was just fooling around. I wasn't.
I got 2 guns, one for each of you. Fuck. Dude.
Yeah, dude. The U.S. is just Doc Holliday drunk as fuck. Oh, how about this, darling? Mexico's an educated man. Now I really hate him. Look at this, darling. Mexico's a booming economic powerhouse. Now I really hate him.
Well, I love how. Yeah, this is from the National Post.
Okay.
But they're saying it's killing 100,000 Americans every year, almost twice as many as we lost in the entire Vietnam War. Mm-hmm. And then they're saying,
what about COVID? What is that compared to COVID? I only understand like deaths in
COVID numbers.
COVID.
Oh, if we do the way COVID numbers.
Yeah.
So let me
versus fentanyl.
No, yeah, COVID versus fentanyl. No, we gotta figure out deaths just like we did COVID. So let me pour in all of just heart attacks, diabetes, strokes.
Now, luckily, what you're saying, though, has just been proposed. It has not been like, this isn't a new strategy that they're like, nope, this is happening. Because I feel like the Mexican government has to be on board with this. They can't just let the U.S. government go in and start bombing on Mexican soil.
Yeah, no, this is fucking wild what they're suggesting, dude.
Yeah. Who suggested this? Did it, like, is there specific names on who's backing this bill? Or who's like, hey, I'll propose it?
Let's see.
Could you imagine? Okay, I know
it just
sometimes
says a number of Republicans, including GOP presidential candidates.
Ooh, which candidates?
Doesn't say.
Oh, I like when they leave it vague. They don't give me fucking names, dude. Give me the DOS. I want to know who's
I need to see the dossier.
Who's getting threatened by the CIA and FBI to be like, if you don't push that we can drone strike Mexico, we're going to show the porno that we got from Epstein Island on you, okay? Like, what dirt do you have on somebody to be like, no, you need to push drone strikes?
You play your little video game with lives on your little laptop there.
That's such a that is an American way to solve the problem. We are becoming Team America.
Pretty much.
Fucking just go blow it all up, dude.
It's fucking great, dude. It's these guys.
We stopped
wild.
those terrorists from blowing up the Eiffel Tower.
This is just so fucking wild what they're doing. It makes no sense on everything that's going on.
No, it doesn't. Good God, it's a crazy story, dude.
Hey, you love Milton Bradley games, right?
What are they famous for?
Monopoly.
Is that what one they're big for?
Yeah.
Oh, I always think it's interesting how that game.
They have
was
so many.
They do have so many, but I do think it's funny how Milton Bradley, or the guy who invented, not Milton Bradley, but the guy who invented Monopoly, created it to be an anti-capitalism game. It was supposed to be there to show you how capitalism is evil, and it all funnels towards one person.
But it shows you how cool it would be if you turn your house into a hotel.
Right. It does. It also shows you that it only happens if people aren't greedy. Me and my girlfriend played Monopoly for 3 days. Like, we just kept the board together, and we were both so stubborn, we just kept landing and exching money to each other. And it's like, neither of us are going to make a trade.
You know,
do this
fuck
we didn't
you
want to
and your
lose.
barter system you were creating, you piece of shit.
Dude,
the second it goes into a day, dude, my internal clock would wake me up and be like, oh, I'm taking one of their fucking cards. I'd go cheat. Middle of the night, I'd be like, that's now mine, and you get this one.
Dude, it was at a stalemate. We would not I said to her a couple times, do you want to try to trade? She's like, no. We're both too competitive, so we wouldn't give anything up.
That's where you just put everything away while she's sleeping. Just be like, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, no, we eventually give it. Well, yeah.
It got nuked.
I think the guy who invented it's from Iowa. Who invented Monopoly?
Is that Iowa's biggest claim to fame? Is they fucking we teach kids how to con others out of money.
Yeah. Well, or Monopoly game.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But
anyway,
so-
what is Milton Bradley doing?
Well, no, I'm interested to see. So your game ended amicably. Like you guys played like rational adults.
Who are good with their money.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
you're supposed. That's how it's supposed to.
You
teach
didn't
how
get
to
in
be
a
good with your
physical
money.
altercation of any sort?
No.
Oh.
You know, not like what we used to do when we used to play the kid version of Monopoly with the carnival games, and eventually ended in somebody hitting somebody.
Yeah, that's normal. Just like these two guys who ended up hospitalized after the game ended in a sword fight.
Fuck yeah, dude! Honestly, that's a noble way to do that.
Yeah. The best part is
What kind of swords were they?
katanas.
Yes,
They're
dude.
fucking defending their. Hey, these two red-blooded Americans were defending their samurai honor.
That doesn't surprise me at all because the people who really love board games are normally weeaboos. So, of course, they have fucking samurai swords.
Do you think one was getting ready to draw a sword and just?
Oh, dude, one guy wouldn't accept his trade for B&O Railroad, and he grabbed his fucking body pillow of Asuna and was like, "Give me the fucking thing!" He was threatening to cut off the head of his girlfriend pillow, dude, and that's what started the real fight. I bet.
Okay, so let's see here. This was in Brussels.
Okay.
Let's see. The fight
Well,
erupted.
the weeaboo culture still gets to Brussels.
It's-
dude.
it's
I'm telling
everywhere,
you.
dude.
It's international. Dude, if you don't get real pussy and you find anime characters attractive, you just have swords and body.
I just
pillows
want you
in
to
your
remember,
house.
these are people that come from the land of Jean-Claude Van Damme, their Lord and Savior. So fighting's in their blood.
They've seen Bloodsport.
Yeah, they do splits every morning on two chairs just to get ready for the day.
Yeah, even if you're fat, you have to do splits in Brussels.
Yeah,
It's required.
that's how you sit and eat dinner.
If your nuts aren't touching the ground, Junior, I swear to God,
I will come over there and
no
use them
Brussels
as
sprouts for you.
Yeah, I will come over there and use those as a speed bag if you go any lower. So this fight happened at 5 a.m. They were going for a long one on this, dude. Just on a
Damn, dude.
tear.
I want to honestly, that's pretty impressive because swords are heavy, so swinging them for a while is definitely it's pretty tiring.
I mean, if you practice every day, you do your little kaya chop or whatever that thing is.
Hi.
Yeah, that thing. So they were, let's see, 4 people.
Chop chop, yo pee.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I was just making that reference to somebody about the wrestling. I'm like, it used to be so cool.
Yeah, it used to be so cool. It used to be so racist and cool.
And I love it, yeah. And they're like, what do you mean? I go, just the hilarious stuff, just like every other country you go to where they make jokes, but we can't now.
You imagine pitching that to a network. Okay, there's a scene in this episode where the porn star gets his dick cut off by Japanese businessmen. Wait, what?
What?
There's a porn star.
And
in
he
this
says,
show?
how's this? Well, he comes in and says, I'm going to chop your pee-pee. And
And
Yeah.
he's going to demonstrate by cutting a block of cheese
Yeah, oh,
in
that's
front
right.
of a live audience.
yeah, he goes, chop your pee-pee. And then he just kaya on the cheese.
And
Yeah,
dude, the
that's
best
right.
part about that was the fact that Val Venus ended up coming back and doing it in a veil. Like he walked out like he was still in pain, and he was like, "I'm back, ladies," and then ripped off the towel and started doing his normal thing. It was like, wait, what happened to your dick though? Nobody never addressed
It's
it.
okay. Surgically reattached. It's now bigger.
Anyway, so these guys went out for 5 hours.
Yeah, so they had been playing the popular board game on the sidewalk outside their home.
Damn, dude, they were shooting dice outside.
No, I want that to sink in because they're outside. So at 5 a.m., This is obviously a crack house. So the things.
Do they have the swords already outside?
That's
Did
what I'm
somebody
wondering.
Run inside.
One of them is Leonardo from Ninja Turtles. Obviously, he just has them on the back. So things quickly became heated between the players and the father-son duo, resulting in the son bringing out a katana sword for defense. After the men started physically fighting, the sword's scabbard got damaged, exposing the blade of his sword. So he's just beating the shit out of him. They broke that, and he's like, "Oh, you done fucked up. Now I'm going to cut you for real."
Yeah.
Oh,
you
man.
think you are able to run this household?
Yeah, let's see.
Dude, they're literally living out an anime.
Yeah. The player tried to grab the katana and remove the holster. The son tried to get it back by swinging a fucking just a sword at him.
Damn.
Wounded and arrested after Monopoly sparked katana incident. Ultimately, both the son and one of the Monopoly players were wounded and reportedly both taken to the hospital, where the son, who was struck in an artery, remains in critical condition.
Damn, they went for the kill shot.
Yeah, both the injured Monopoly player who was discharged from the hospital and the son were arrested. So
Was
again,
there dishonor on the family?
it doesn't look like it. He avenged the wrongdoings of his son. That man brought out that Brussels samurai brought it out.
Good. I'm glad Otter is at least restored.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Who's being the banker and who was stealing money out of the bank to cause this ruckus?
I can't say what I want. Fucking. Yeah, I bet it was the dad though.
Yeah, for sure. He was. They're always cheating.
Oh my god, no! I can't say what I want because it's just awful.
know.
But like
I
the
know,
fucking
dude.
Can you imagine? You're playing with your son and two of his friends, and it gets so heated. You're like, "I'm gonna solve this," and you go get a fucking sword, you weirdo, from your house. Ooh, what?
Sounds like the guy from the same family of the person I talked to at the bar.
No, what this is somebody that's watched The Last Samurai too much, and it's like, yeah, those white guys were samurais.
I'm fucking Tom Cruise.
I could be a samurai just like him. I get drunk all the time.
Of course, the last samurai was a white man. Oh my god, that's so great,
dude. What the fuck?
That's great. I love it.
He cut the kid in a fucking artery. Do you think he was proud? He hit it. And he's like, "Do you see that spray? That's coming for you too. If you don't fucking back off, boy."
Do you think he was holding the sword just like, he's like, "I've been trained to. I'm the most deadly person in all of Brussels with a samurai sword."
Oh shit! Are you saying this was Steven
individual
Seagal?
Yeah. I can hit every major artery with the quickness of a blade. Just
The kid just drops.
For those not watching, I'm just doing a quick pull out. Like I was like, "That's how fast I am."
That kid drops. He's like, lightning quick, as always.
You still think I'm an old man?
Does an old man have this jet black hair with this ponytail? I think not. I just taught Russia how to fight. Or was it Russia? Yeah, it was Russia, right?
Yeah. He's a Russian citizen, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's teaching him how to fight, dude.
Yeah. He's the one who told him to go to Ukraine. It's our land. They took it from us.
Bring back
NATO's impeaching.
You think he's the one in Putin's ear be like, "You know what was really cool, dude? The USSR. That ruled.
I like the hammer and sickle.
Greatest flag ever."
You know what's the greatest website ever made?
Bunnygame.com. Check it out. Monday through Friday, we got hot content for your ear holes. Check that shit out. Also, before you do anything further, I implore you, please go check out YouTube. Check out Comic Wade Taylor all together now. Again, that's Comic Wade Taylor. You can check out full episodes of this show, Not Worth the Time, and clips of both, plus the main feature being that man's first special, Wild Horse. So check out clips of his stand-up. And then, back on punandgame.com, check out all the library we have. The whole network's right there. It's your fingertips. Plus, you can get some merch.
That's right, guys. Go to the Pun and Game shop where you can find yourself t-shirts, hoodies for your favorite things here at punandgame.com. All your favorite shows. Represent by getting something cool and using promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. So do that. Support the website you love.
Golly gee willikers, Daddy. You hit him right in the artery. We're out. Peace.
I will avenge him by putting a time bomb underneath his hospital bed.
Who is